Hi Twin Flames, hi Light Workers. Lisha and I'm here again with another video. How are y'all doing? I'm so excited to share more with you guys on this chakra cleansing series. But before I do, I just want to let you guys know that some really powerful things have been happening in my life since starting this journey, this series with you guys. And so I just wanted you to know that after both of the first two videos, I had some really powerful dreams that were just so profound that I even woke up and I had to just journal them because they were so, significant to my own personal life. And, there were messages within, there were symbols within the dreams. But just, this is just showing me that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm on the right track, and when things like this happen, it's really, a confirmation, a sign that you're on the right path. And so, not only that, I've just had so many wonderful, wonderful things happening in this last week. Even though we're going into and probably right now in the middle of having our, peak of our full moon. But, for me, things have been just really turning around. I have to admit that there was a time in my life when I just felt like things were just going haywire and I wasn't able to really make sense out of a lot of things. But, after having turned over a new leaf, and because I've been able to really focus on this journey and surrender to it, I started to see the manifestations coming about as a result. And one of those things includes abundance, and so, being able to have a flow of abundance is such a beautiful thing, and it helps with your self-esteem. It helps with being able to just know that you always have what you need at any moment. You can always get what you need when you need it. You can ask Father, Mama, or your angels to help you get what you need. And so it's been working for me. It's been working in that sense that I let go of things that had been holding me back and not for my highest good. I surrendered to the journey. I allowed myself to really accept the things that had been causing me to have hindrances in my journey. I've been doing the shadow work, and so these dreams that I had were actually, shadow work dreams. I feel that they were dreams that were showing me more areas of my life that I've been able to overcome and conquer as a result of sharing my gifts with you guys. And so that's one of the things that I feel like you guys will be able to benefit from as well. When we do things like tackle our shadow work and heal and, do the research that we need to do in order to improve our own lives and make ourselves better people, we are doing this not only for ourselves, but we're doing it for the collective and for all of humanity. So this is one of the reasons why we need to be more and more diligent with doing the work. A lot of people, there are other people out there who just try to say that this twin flame journey doesn't have to be all about doing the work, and that you don't have to do all this and that. All you have to do is this right here. Well, I'm here to tell you that from my own personal story that, the more I've done the work in my own journey, the more blessings I've seen coming through. Okay. And so this is all preparing me for my union, for my physical union with my twin flame. I'm already in 5D union with him, but for my physical union, I see how this is all culminating about and how it's all leading towards something, And that's another thing, was that I was able to have signs from my angels the other day. Yes, as a twin flame, I do get depressed or down a little bit sometimes when, I don't have my twin flame in my life. And that's natural for us to feel that way. It's natural for us to yearn for our twin flame and to want them, even though we've been doing the work, even though we've been, tackling our shadow work and healing and doing the necessary things we need to do to look up, what we need to do to improve our lives on this journey. That's all part of the process. The process is actually what helps you get to the point where you are able to maintain your union with your twin flame. But we still miss them when we're not with them. And so, one of the things that I was experiencing the other day was just a little sadness, and uncertainty as far as when things are going to happen in my life. And so, I was out driving and not only did I see several number signs throughout the day, including 222, which is always going to mean I love you from your twin flame, and love in general, love unconditional. But I did actually pass by a street that had his name on it, that was named after him, or it actually was a street that had his name, on it. So I was able to take a picture of the street sign, and it was so inspirational to me. I actually started crying, and it was one of those things. The angels always show you signs when you really need it the most. When you're feeling down, or when you're just wanting a little pick me up, they always come through. They always surprise you with different things, on your journey. And that's why you have number signs. That's why you have synchronicities. That's why you have spirit animals that might cross your path, or you might have a favorite pet that just knows when you're feeling a little bit down, and just picks you up in such a way where it makes you smile, and you forget all about your woes. It just really does make a difference, the things that we are given in this journey as far as signs and synchronicities. And a lot of us, when we first start out on this journey, we really don't understand the signs at first until we start to do more research and we understand and we learn about it. We might hear someone say what 111 or 1111 or 1212 means. And another thing you can do is Google it and make sure you know for your own what resonates with you as far as what these signs mean in your life and on your journey. So you don't have to just take other people's word for it. You can actually Google these things yourself and find out what they mean to you, and see what resonates. I've scrolled down the list several times of what things mean, and then come to one that actually resonates with me. There are several things that you might see listed, but there's just one thing that just really, really jumps out at you and speaks to you. That's a sign as well. When the angels are confirming for you what you want to know, and you look for that sign in the messages that they give you or send you through, social media or through Google or whatever it is, whatever search engine you're using to help you find the answers. You can find a video that will be helpful. You can find whatever it is that you need at the time you need it. And that is such a, comforting feeling. And so here we are today talking about, the solar plexus chakra, which is the reason why, we a lot of times feel comfort is because when our solar plexus chakra is in alignment, we feel comforted, we feel at peace, we feel a balance, we feel secure and safe. And we do feel that motivation and that power that we are sometimes lacking in our lives, okay? So I don't want to, say too much before we get into the actual way I've been able to set these videos up for you. But that's just some of the things that you're going to experience in this particular session. So again, once again, I'm wearing the color yellow because the solar plexus chakra is, the color of the solar plexus is yellow. And the solar plexus is located just above the navel or belly button. And it affects the digestive system and the adrenal glands and the diaphragm, okay? So, one of the things that we find on this journey also is that, we just go through so much with our bodies. And that's the other reason why I felt like this series was needed, because so many of us don't really understand what's going on in our bodies until we really start to research these things. And so hopefully breaking it down to you like this is going to help you realize that there are different ailments in your body that are definitely being affected by your energy body, okay? Your energy body affects your physical body. And so once you heal your energy body, you will be able to see the effects through your physical body manifesting a lot faster as far as healing. And, I've seen that change in my own body, okay? So there are so many things that have taken place in my own body that I have no, logical explanation for, but it's just like a healing that's taking place, in my womb. And, and I just had gotten over an ear infection like the last couple weeks. It was some kind of an earache that I had after actually trying to clean my ears with a wax dropper. It's an earwax removal system that I purchased. and I felt that there was a buildup of wax in my right ear. And so I used these drops, and it said to put like 10 to 15 drops in your ear, and twice a day or something like that. And then after 4 days, you should see a lot more improvement. Well, the first time I put the drops in, I had not an improvement, but my ears started hurting really, really bad that same night. And, to the point where it woke me from my sleep, and I was really having issues with it. I couldn't go, really back to sleep. So I knew something was wrong. And so, I had to take some pain medicine to help alleviate that pain. And it gradually got worse and worse. And to the point where I thought I was going to have to go to the doctor. But I kept praying about it. I kept saying, Father, Mama, what's going on with my ear? Angels, please help me. Archangel Raphael, what is going on? Because my ear really did hurt. And it just felt like there was so much more stuck in there than before. It just felt like maybe like the drops went in but didn't come back out or something. So, I was really worried, that my hearing was going to be affected, and it was kind of blocked off for a while. I had no, real clear hearing in my ear, and I felt like I was cloudy, and like a few days before that, I had even experienced some vertigo, and I felt like all this was related. I felt like the vertigo was a result of my ears being clogged, and then I wanted to unclog my ears, and then I gave myself an infection. So it was just weird how all these things started happening one by one. But the angels and Father Mama reassured me that I was going through an inner ear chakra cleansing. And so, there are different areas of your body that are going to be going through a cleansing. And so, yes, you might do something that will trigger a pain or an ailment in your body, but it's going to clear up, over time if you allow it to. And if you also definitely talk to your angels and talk to a physician if you need to about it. But, if you're suddenly coming up with things that are ailments, like all of a sudden, like the onset of these ailments is just so sudden that you can't really explain why it happened, understand that during this journey, you're going to have a lot of that. You're going to have pains in your back. You're going to have pains in your neck, your shoulders, your head, your teeth, your feet. Every single part of your body is going to go through some kind of transition because you're upgrading your DNA to a newer form of DNA that is directly from our light source. Okay, so you're getting new DNA templates that are being upgraded to you. And so your energy body is bringing those things in. And that's why it's important for you to understand all the different 7 chakras that we're going through here. So you can understand, okay, well, if I had, a pain in my posterior or in my pelvic area, it could be related to my root chakra, and maybe I need to focus on healing my root chakra. Okay, so you see how this works? It all helps you in your healing journey. And hopefully, as you guys heal with me, we're all healing together, and we can share this with others. And, hopefully you can pass these videos along. Remember, I gave you guys in my the short videos that I've been doing, I've been showing people how to navigate through this channel. You really do want to go through the playlist and see what title of the playlist resonates with you. I've added a lot more content to the playlist, not just my own, but I've added other wonderful videos. So if you go to the playlist and you want to check out a title of a playlist, under that playlist, you'll see all the videos that pertain to that title that will help you on whatever specific area you're dealing with in your journey at this time. So, that's the best way to go through this channel, because otherwise you're going to go to a video and you're not going to understand where it's starting from, or, why is it starting right here when all of it's written right there for you in the playlist. Okay. So that's why I put every chakra cleansing video under the playlist chakra cleansing series. Okay. So that's how it works. All right. So, so you guys are going to see things happening to your body and happening all of a sudden. You're going to have experiences with, if you're a twin flame, you're going to have experiences that are conjoined with your twin flame. They're gonna have pains, and you may have the same kind of ailment, or you might have something of your own that they might feel the effects of. So you guys are definitely connected, not only on an energetic level, but a spiritual and physical level as well. And so sometimes when you go through something like an illness, your twin flame is going to feel, that drained energy, because they're going to sense that you're going through something, and they may not know what it is. It might hit them all of a sudden. They might have been feeling fine, and then all of a sudden it hits them that, they're just feeling drained, and they're like, why am I feeling like this? Well, you could be feeling ill. You could have some kind of illness come on all of a sudden, and you are affecting your twin's energy, because you're both connected on the 5D realm and in the energetic realm, especially. Whatever affects your energy affects theirs as well, and vice versa. So just be aware that these things are going to, affect you guys both. But you just have to learn how to meditate and use, if you're going through something that you feel like isn't of your own, use your meditation and guided meditation practices to help you not feel the effects of it so much, especially if it's not directly yours, okay? Because you're going to feel a lot of the things that your twin flame is going through, and sometimes it can throw you off from your daily, routine if you're not careful, okay? Because it can make you get down, it can make you lower your vibration, because they're going to go through things, they're going to go through their own tower moments at times, when you're going to be having to meditate and to stay on a high vibrational level so that you don't get affected by that, okay? You will be affected, but it's not going to be as bad if you just start learning what is the cause of it by going within, okay? When you go within, you start to see that not everything that you're picking up on an energetic level is yours. Especially when you work with people, especially when you're around others, when you have things that are affecting your life in your workplace, or in, when your family, especially in your family, because they may call you, they might start complaining about something, and all of a sudden you just feel a tummy ache, and you're just like, after you get off the phone with them, you might just feel worse, and that's because you're picking up on their energy. You're an empath, and so when people call you, a lot of times they're not calling you to help you feel better, they're calling to help themselves feel better. And because you're an empath, they're going to feel better because you're taking on a lot of their stress, a lot of their anxiety, or bad feelings, because that's how naturally you were created. As light workers, we are always going to be affected by other people's energy, and so we have to learn how to every day clear that out. And that's what helps. That's what your meditation practice helps with, and your breath work, and your yoga, and all the things that you can do to help your body to eliminate a lot of these energies that are coming to you from others, okay? Protect your peace and protect your energy, because, yes, you are an empath, and yes, you want to help people, but not all the time is it your responsibility to take on others' burdens. Don't allow people to invade your space, to call you, and to disturb your peace. Yes, you can choose not to answer the phone sometimes when you're just not feeling up to it. Yes, you can choose to cut conversations short. Yes, you can choose to, not have your phone on at all. You can choose to not have it on, and then just trust that the angels and that Father, Mom is going to keep you safe, keep you in a state of mind where you can experience that peacefulness. And you're gonna still be there for them, in certain ways. You can still be there for people without having to be at their disposal, okay? So you can still pray for them, you can still meditate, you can still heal yourself, you can still do things that will give you, a sense of peace, and that will help them in the end, because the more peaceful and harmonized and balanced you are, the more it's going to help those around you. And even if they don't appreciate that now, later down the line, they will, because they'll see the effects of what you're going through as helping, you to heal your generational curses, heal family traumas, and all these things. As you heal, you're healing not just yourself. Like I said, you're healing all of your family. Your children are going to have benefits from this healing. Your children's children, even, you're going to be able to teach others what you learned, and that's going to be able to help them on their journeys as well, because we all have a journey, okay? We're not just special because we're twin flames. We're not just special for the fact that we know who our life partner is, that we know that we have someone that is spiritually connected with us. That doesn't just make us special, okay? It is, but that's not why we're here, to try to make ourselves feel more special than others. We all have a journey, okay? All of us do. And so we all need to respect each other's journeys, no matter what they are and what level they're on, okay? Because not just because you are in a high level or high uh, uh, spiritual level connection doesn't mean that another person's connection with someone else is less than yours, okay? They are just on a different journey than you. And so their journey is going to lead them eventually to the same place. But what they need to do is get through their journey, okay? And not because you've tried to tell them how to do it, but they have to get through it on their own. And so you can help them, you can give advice, but you don't have to take on their burden and their journey for them, okay? So just remember that, you know, we all have our own respective journeys. We're not better than anyone else because we're twin flames or light workers. We are here to help heal the world and be unconditional love, okay? And so the more we can do that, the more we can embody this unconditional love and hold it within our being, our energetic being, the more we're able to share it with others, and they will feel that, and they will automatically feel like something's shifting within them, and they'll feel that healing energy coming into them, and maybe they won't have to bug you as much, you know, because they'll feel more at peace themselves. You know, a lot of times we are the peacemakers. We go into environments that are chaotic. We go into workplaces that are, you know, just struggling and that are really you know, off kilter, and they just, you know, they have problems, and we fix things, right? You've seen so many times how you've been able to fix things in your environment, wherever you are. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to heal and fix what's broken, okay? But it first starts with healing and fixing what's broken within us. All right. And so I want to also just say that, like, for you guys, whenever I talk about something like in previous videos, and if it triggers you, you know, I just want to say that it's not meant to trigger you in such a way where it's hurtful or harmful or offensive, okay? When I say things sometimes, you know, I look back at the videos and I think, well, I could have said that a little different. But, you know, I really don't mean to trigger you in such a way whereas you feel offended by anything that I'm talking about, because I'll say something or point out something, and, you know, I may be making a light humor out of it, but it's just, you know, my own nature. That's just how I am and how I talk. But, you know, it's definitely never meant to offend anyone, and I apologize if I ever have. But you know, just know that these are the things that, you know, when we're channeling spirit messages and things like that, you know, a lot of times we don't know what we're saying all the time. So we are just going by what we're guided to say. But at the same time, you know, things might come out different from what other people would think is appropriate. And so, you know, I just want to put that out there as well, because I feel like, you know, sometimes when I rewatch my videos, my own videos, I say, oh, wow, well, you know, I hope nobody really thought about that in this way, you know, because I didn't mean it like that. So all of this channel is about is love and healing, music, therapy, twin flame love. It's all about helping you on your journey, no matter what it comes out like, okay? So just know that, just from the bottom of my heart, I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for being on this channel with me, because I just have a feeling that, you know, we're all in this growing together and helping to heal the world as we continue to grow and share things with each other, okay? All right, so going back to our definition and description. So since the solar plexus color is yellow, there are certain things and keywords that I want you guys to think about. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with the color, but I just want to show some, tell you guys some keywords that I want you to close your eyes, listen to the keywords, and see how they affect you when I say them, okay? Oh, before I do that, let me go back and say that the solar plexus deals with self-confidence, motivation, and personal power. Okay, I missed that. So I wanted to go back and say that. Okay. And the color that's associated with this chakra is yellow. Okay. The key words that I want you guys to focus on are self-esteem, inner strength, determined, willpower, transformation, vitality, action, identity, balanced, boundaries, enthusiasm, sunny, aligned, focused, and energized. Okay, all right. So, as I was saying those words, and if you had your eyes closed and you could really just kind of connect with the words that I was using, how does it make you feel? Do you feel like you are any of these words? Do any of them resonate with you, or make you feel as though you are embodying them? And if some of them didn't, we're going to talk about how you can make it so that it does affect you in a positive way, and that you can feel these things that I described just now for yourself. Okay? The foods that are affected, the foods that help you out with your solar plexus are whole grains, such as rice and oats, turmeric, ginger, lemons, bananas, corn, pineapple, and then there's certain spices like cumin, cinnamon. You can use beans that are going to help with your digestion, chickpeas. My favorite is the mushroom coffee. That's my new favorite thing. You can go more of an alkaline or vegan or vegetarian diet. You can use probiotics to help with your solar plexus energy, and yogurt. And also drink more teas, because for me, one of the personal decisions that I made was to stop drinking coffee about 4 years ago, and it really has made a difference. And I mean coffee in terms of, regular coffee. The mushroom coffee that I'm drinking, it doesn't have as much caffeine as regular coffee, and it has benefits. It has things that are going to help with my digestion. And so I told you guys about that in the last video. And so the Rise mushroom coffee has really, really helped my digestion, my overall energy and mood and health. But coffee was just really, giving me jitters and making me overstimulated a lot of times. And then I would crash afterwards. After a few hours, I would get so tired. But the mushroom coffee has me balanced all day long. I don't have this, crash that I used to have with coffee, nor do I have to go to the bathroom as much as I did when I, drank coffee, regular coffee. So, it still helps with the digestion as far as using the bathroom, but you don't have to feel that urgency and that, I got to go right now. So it's like a balance. It's more of a balanced, steady thing throughout the day. And it's really, really tastes good to me, and also feel it, it has curbs my appetite. There's so many benefits to it. And I've really seen a difference. Like I said, I've seen a difference in my own, weight. And so it's just something that I encourage you guys to get if you are up to trying something new and need help with your digestion. Okay. Again, it deals with the bloatedness. It deals with, the overall gut health. Okay. So it helps with that. So, what does a blocked solar plexus chakra look like? Well, you can be insecure, very insecure. I was laughing because I was reminded of that TV series called Insecure, and so her face popped up in my head as soon as I said that. But insecure is actually, a big deal for a lot of people, insecurity. And so, this insecurity is definitely associated with the area of the solar plexus being blocked. And so we're going to talk about how we can overcome these insecurities. Also, if you're suffering from a blocked solar plexus chakra, you will have a passive approach to a lot of things. You might have passive behavior. You might not know when to say no to people. You might be just afraid and intimidated by people, talking to them or telling them, expressing yourself. I used to be that way a lot. I used to have a lot of problems talking to people and expressing myself, especially expressing what opinions I had. I was very, shy about speaking up. And so lately I have been able to really work with my angels and work with, speaking out in different settings. And one of those settings is at my job. I'm able to, as a manager, to speak in front of a group of people and feel very confident when doing so. And so, those are some of the things that, if you are on this journey and you really have a desire to be better at something, but whether it's public speaking or whether it's being connected with people in a way where you can, teach or maybe hold a healing session of your own of some sort. Maybe you'd like to start a YouTube channel that'll help people. Or maybe you want to start a blog or a vlog, something like that. These are the things that you're going to be able to do once you overcome your insecurities and fears about expressing yourself. A lot of times, I'll be feeling really like I'm saying things in such a way whereas it might not be understood, or maybe I'm stuttering too much, or maybe I'm, not saying my words right. This is the reason why I'm doing a lot of these things, so that I can help with healing my throat chakra, which we're going to get to later on. But, it also has to do with when your throat chakra is not in balance. A lot of times it's because your solar plexus is not in balance. And so my angels are hugging me right now. They're like, look at her go. They're like telling me that you're telling the right things, because this is how these chakras affect one another. When you're not able to express yourself, because your throat chakra is blocked, it can be largely due to the fact that you have some kind of insecurity, which is related to your solar plexus chakra. So you're going to need to heal both, okay? And this is why we're starting from the bottom and working our way up through all the chakras, so you can know exactly how to heal them, each one by one, okay? Another area that you might have problems with is your digestion. That's the biggest thing I think that the solar plexus chakra you have issues with. If your solar plexus is blocked, you have, big, major digestive issues. And that's been something that I've had a lot of in the past. And, it's been getting much better. I've learned what works for me. Everybody's body is different. You cannot try to make your body fit into someone else's body to tell them how to deal with their, whatever it is they might have. And some of those things are IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, ulcers, diabetes. That could be probably type 2 more than likely, because if you're type 1, then you've been that way since you were, a child. Hypoglycemic, all of these different issues with your digestion are, results of not dealing with things in your life. And so they can cause different problems in your digestion. And gut health is so important. They used to not talk about gut health at all, but now there's so much out there about gut health. You can't help but turn on TV or see an ad on, YouTube here even, that talks about how to improve your gut health. And so, there's so many ways to do it now, but the thing about it is you have to learn what works for you, because not everybody is going to be able to use the same product and get the same results. Okay, so you will have to learn what works for you. Excess belly weight is another thing that is caused by a dysfunctional solar plexus chakra. Addictions is a big one, because a lot of people get addicted to things because they feel insecure, because they want to feel a certain way to help them to not feel the effects of their insecurity or their fears, or their inadequacies that they feel that they might have. And so they become addicted to different substances or things that they think they're going to help them feel a different kind of way. A lot of times addictions are just trying to make you feel a different kind of way from what you normally feel. But if you were to heal yourself, you wouldn't even have a need for those things anymore, because healing your body means you're healing the things that are making you addicted and making you ailed to make you want to get on these different substances. So you won't even want them anymore. You won't crave those things once you heal. Okay, a lot of us avoid healing because we don't want to deal with the dark past things that have happened to us, and that's understandable. But if you really want to overcome a lot of these things like addictions, you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to look at that part of you that was, traumatized, and see how you can improve on it. See how you can overcome those things, with the help of someone, a counselor, or, someone that you trust, Be sure that you can trust whoever it is that you're pouring your soul out to, because it is a big deal when you're bearing your soul to someone. And if they are not trustworthy, then they're just not going to make you feel any better about it. Okay, so first thing you have to do is find someone that you can trust to share these things with. And even if you can't share them with another person, talk to your angels, talk to Father and Mama, because that is, a real way of definitely being able to connect on a spiritual level with something greater than you that can help you heal on this journey. And we all are able to do that on this journey, okay? So just know that it's not something that's unnatural. It's not something that's, uncommon for people to do. And as a matter of fact, this journey will require you to get connected, okay? To get connected to your higher self. Because do you realize that your higher self is right up there along with the angels? Your higher self is that part of you that is already up there in the heavenly realm, that is you're using, that is telling you, that helps you with your journey, and helps you and gives you advice, gives you sound advice, gives you the know how to be able to get through a lot of these difficulties that you're experiencing, your tower moments. Your true self knows, because your true self is your higher form of existence. Your true self is the person excuse me, within you that can help you with all of these areas, and is connected with your angels. Okay, so they work together, hand in hand. They work together. They love you. They want you to see. They want to see the best part of you. They want to see you incorporate your higher self more and more each day. And that's what we're doing when we're ascending. That's why they call it ascension, because you're raising your vibration. You're elevating your energy body to a point where you can connect with the higher realm, the angels, okay? You become an earth angel when you do this. You become someone who is above, just the normal everyday human experience, because you're able to connect with something greater than yourself, greater than this physical human existence, okay? The other thing a person that has an imbalanced sacral chakra goes through is low self-esteem. Or on the other hand, if their solar plexus is too active, they can have too much ego, okay? So there's different aspects of, these chakras as well. If they're out of alignment, that can mean that they're either underactive or overactive. And so having too much ego could be the opposite of having low self-esteem. But it's all part of imbalanced sacral chakra, okay? You might be a people pleaser. You might be someone who just, like I said, can't say no to people, that always feels like you have to do whatever they tell you, make them happy. If you don't make other people happy, you feel like you're not doing something right. But once you get to a point where you're able to love yourself, you'll realize that there is a space and time for you to be able to set boundaries that you don't have to let people cross in your life, okay? And you don't have to please everybody. Not everybody's going to be happy with whatever you do anyway. So you just got to get that mindset out of your head, because it's something that was probably instilled in you as a child, because maybe someone that you were growing up with, a caregiver or a parent, made you feel like you always had to please them. They could have been either having narcissistic tendencies, or they could have been, having emotional illnesses of their own, or mental illnesses of their own, that caused them to lash out or have, harsh words for you, that made you feel as though, you always had to please them. But we come to a point where in this journey, we learn that that's not the case. We shouldn't have had to do those things as a child. We shouldn't have had to go out of our way, to do things that our parents should have done for us. A lot of us have become caregivers of our parents, even though we were children. We became the emotional caregivers for our own parents at times, where we took on all their burdens emotionally, because we were so full of empathy for them, and we felt so much that we took it all on. We took on all their burdens emotionally, and so we felt responsible, for them. in certain aspects, because they hadn't been able to do the healing work of their own, that they were just letting it spill over onto the children. And so the child ended up feeling as though it was their obligation or responsibility to make the parents feel good all the time. And so that's one of the things that, we have to overcome as adults. We have to learn not to be able to, not to take those things on anymore, because that's not our responsibility to make other people feel good all the time. We are here to allow ourselves to heal to the point where we can experience those things now for our, that we wanted to experience, not the things that they want necessarily, but we are here to experience what we want. You've always been used to giving to everyone else so that they can experience what they want, but what is it that you want? Have you ever really thought about what you want in this life? Have you thought about what it is that you want to see in your future? A lot of us don't even think about that. I know there was a time when I didn't even think about the future at all, because I was always, too busy doing whatever it is to please everyone else. So this journey gives you the opportunity to do that, to think about what it is you want and go for it. Okay. The other thing you might experience is a lack of self-confidence or lack of self-motivation. You could have eating disorders. A lot of the eating disorders are also attached to your mental and emotional body. And so they can be as direct result of you not having healed certain things in your life and done the shadow work that you need to do, and it causes you to have eating disorders, okay? You could feel fatigued all the time. You could feel very powerless, okay? Just as though you just don't have any kind of power within, like inner power, to help do anything for yourself. And you could have an inability to relieve yourself of different things. Number one would be waste, I would say. Or even just inability to let go of things, okay? So these are all things that happen when you are out of alignment with your solar plexus chakra. So now we're going to talk about ways to balance out your solar plexus chakra. You can do these things. Eat healthier would be the number one thing. Do what works for you, okay? Find a way of putting things in your body that make you feel good, okay? Make you feel healthy, make you feel stronger, more energy, have more energy. So again, everybody's body is different. So it's up to you to work with your angels, to work with your spirit team, to find out what it is that you need to be ingesting into your body that is healthy for you. You'd be surprised. Like I said, I did not know that mushroom coffee was going to do what it did for me. And like I said, I kept seeing the ads for it. I'm not here to brag about it or tell you guys to get it, but I just kept seeing the ads for this thing over and over again, for this Rise Mushroom Coffee. And I decided, you know what, maybe this is a sign that I need to try it. And I did, and it really did deliver for me. So things like that are other signs and synchronicities that will help you on your journey as far as knowing what you should be eating. That is really something you have to start listening to your body and to your angels, and they will tell you, they will give you nudges as to what it is you should be focusing on or eating to help you in your gut health and in your overall general health. Okay? So do what works and do what's being shown to you that they are saying will work for you. Okay? Your spirit team is amazing. They know exactly what you need. Your spirit team, okay. So if I could explain like a spirit team to you guys, because I know sometimes people don't even understand what that is. What is a spirit team? To me, a spirit team is whatever entities your higher self has agreed to work with, okay? Yeah, angels are like, yes, your higher self knows you so well that it knows exactly who you need to be working with as far as your angels. You have guardian angels, you have archangels, you have ancestors, you have ascended masters, you have Father, Mama. Your spirit team is handpicked by your higher self just for you, okay? And so your higher self knows exactly who you need to be working with on this journey. and who helps you out the most. Your higher self knows your guardian angels. Your higher self knows whoever has come into your life, what at any point in your life that has helped you, that has loved you. Your higher self has shown you in different ways how much love you're able to have in your life, because I just feel like there's things that your higher self will show you through these signs and synchronicities as well, to show you how much you are actually loved, okay? And so it's amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful discovery when you realize, you know what? I'm not alone at all. I have so many, angels and protectors and, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. All of these angels are protecting you, helping you. Archangel Gabriel helps you with your communication. Okay, so all of these angels, and there's so many that we don't even know their names. There's just a few of them, but there are so many more angels that are helping you. Everybody has guardian angels. Everybody has a spirit team. They just don't know it all the time, and so one of the things that we are privy to is because we awaken to the fact that we are spiritual beings. We can have access to these spirit teams, okay? So use them and help you on your journey. Talk to them, tell them what you need, and they will help you all the time. Never do they ignore you. They're there to help. They want to be called on because they love helping us. They love helping us humans. Okay, so please call on them. Learn more about them. Learn other names for them. Learn the names of the archangels. Learn, who to call on for what and what they do, what their different specialties are, because they do have different ones, okay? Archangel Ariel helps with your money situation, okay? So Archangel Uriel's wisdom, Archangel Zadkiel, so many of them, Shamuel with, finding the things that are missing, in your life, and lost items. There's so many angels that can help you on this journey. So I'll put in the description box, Guided by Angels. She has a really, really great playlist on Meet the Angels that you can use to help you understand what they are, and I'll put that in the description box below, okay? It's a really good introduction to each of the different angels, archangels, and angels. All right. So the other things you can do to balance your your solar plexus chakra is to set healthy boundaries, okay? So, okay, you guys, so we know already that a lot of us are people pleasers before we come into an awakening on this journey, and we've, allowed things to happen to us. We've allowed people to get away with things. We've allowed, ourselves to be bullied at times. We've never truly set healthy boundaries, okay? So this is what we have to do. This is the shadow work I was telling you about. Excuse me. This is what we do when we are loving ourselves, is we're going through and acknowledging the times that we know we let ourselves down in terms of not setting healthy boundaries. Okay. And it's nothing to beat yourself up about. I just dealt with a situation where I was with a false twin flame for 4 years who was scamming me out of lots of money. Okay. And another thing that happened to me today is that today, even though I was telling you about all the blessings that have come about, there's still another blessing, but it was a blessing in disguise because my car broke down today, and so I had to deal with that, and I'm still having to deal with it. I have to go and put it in the shop tomorrow. But even though my car broke down, I was thankful that it wasn't far from where I live, so I could walk home. And, I left it in a safe place. I was thankful that I was able to understand what it is I needed to do and what was the problem. I need a new alternator. So the alternator, is probably dead on it. So I'm going to have to get a new one. And, I'm just thankful that I've had experiences in my past that have prepared me to understand what happens when a car does this. I know a little bit more about cars than I care to know, but that's because of the situations that I've been in the past, that I've had to deal with car situations over and over again with bad, cars that have been, having issues. So So today my car broke down. I had to come home and, I couldn't do what I was going to do, setting out to do earlier. But, I'm just thankful that there were angels that were protecting me. Even though I was, like I said, out and about, I was still close enough to where I could walk home. And, I'm going to have to get up and go and get my car and take it to the shop in the morning. But it's just the fact that I was just thankful that I wasn't, miles away from home, or, in an unhealthy or unsafe neighborhood, unsafe neighborhood or anything like that, So I'm just thankful, because a lot of times in the past I would freak out when things would go wrong with my car, or when I'd have to deal with car issues. I would get really, really out of shape, bent out of shape about it. This time I was able to keep calm and handle it and do what I needed to do. I called on my angels. I was still nervous because, when, it's I'm out there doing this on my own, and I don't have anybody to, really call on if something like that happens to me. And so, I'm kind of out here in LA by myself. And, my other family lives miles away. They couldn't come get me. So I'm just so thankful that my angels were there to help me know what to do and stay calm in these kind of situations, because, they're going to come up. And this is exactly one of the examples on how to make sure your solar plexus chakra is balanced, because something like that, can cause you to have, bubble gut or whatever. You could get into all kinds of situations where you start having issues with your digestion, and so yeah, it's a bad thing when you're having nervousness, and you if I hadn't been able to keep my composure, I could have been really in a situation whereas I would have needed to go to the bathroom at the time. But I was able to keep calm and make my way home safely. And so that's one of the things that in the midst of all that's going on with me, I had to deal with today. But I'm just glad that these situations were still within a good, healthy way for me to be able to deal with it, okay? So the other thing you can do is try something outside your comfort zone, even if it's just a small change, okay? You can make some small changes. Maybe take a different route to work. You've been used to going one way. One of the things I got to tell you guys is being out here, I absolutely love the way the mountains look. And I think I've mentioned this before, but in the background, when I'm driving on certain freeways, I can see the mountains so beautiful. They're snow-capped right now because there's been a lot of rain in LA and then around the area. So whenever it rains, or in our area, it's usually snowing in the mountains. And so the mountains have been really beautiful against the sky lately, and it's just been so gorgeous. And especially on sunny days, I can see them so clearly. This is the first time we've ever really been able to see the mountains so clearly in LA, because usually it's a lot of smog, a lot of stuff that's going on in the atmosphere and ozone. And so this rain has really cleared a lot of that out for now. Of course, if things continue the way they are, they're going to get back to the way it was, and we won't be able to see them as clearly. But for now, I can see them so beautiful. I love the mountains scenery. And so that's one of the things just on my way to work that makes me happy, and sometimes I'll go a different way to work, I'll just go a different way, and then I'll see something else. And another thing I've started doing is walking on my morning, in the morning. Sometimes I've been able to get up and walk, and it's been sunny lately. So the last few times that I've walked, I've seen some beautiful things. I've seen a hummingbird. I've seen bees. Bees and hummingbirds are really, really beautiful signs. Hummingbirds, bring joy, and they just remind you of nature and how beautiful it is to be outside. And the bees signify miracles in your life. Miracles are about to happen or are happening right now. They can also help bring you downloads. If you look up I'll put it in the description box as well, Archangel Michael, one of the sessions that they did with him, Evian Luther, did the session on the bees, and Archangel Michael spoke about bees, and it was a really, really beautiful way he explained on how bees are so important in, our ability to communicate and to get downloads and receive those downloads from source, because they carry a lot of information, and so it's just amazing when the bee gets close to you when you're outside. Even though you might be afraid of it, even though you might try to shoo it away, they're there for a reason. They get close to you for a reason. And most of the time it's because they're trying to send you downloads. So it's just so interesting. The things that we learn on this journey, you never thought about it before, right? Never. You never thought about these things before. You never knew why these things happened. I used to be terrified of bees. Now I look at them and I'm like, hey, I see them so different now. I see everything differently now. When a dog barks at me, I see things different. Dogs mean loyalty. And when they bark, that is a sign that your masculine, divine masculine, is loyal to you. There's just a lot. I've learned so much on this journey about how nature is reflected in our journeys as well. And I love to hear whatever, description that or things that you guys can tell me about in the comments as far as what you've learned about different signs and synchronicities on the journey, whether you've had animals that you've witnessed and had different signs and synchronicities from, or things that you've learned, just about different things and the way they operate. Maybe you thought about something before years ago, and then as you become a spiritual being or awaken to the fact that you're a spiritual being, you see a different total side of it now. So it's really interesting, and we should have discussions on that more and more often, because it would be fun to have just like a conversation with other twin flames about what kind of synchronicities and things that they've learned about this on this journey. I think that would be really cool. Maybe we can do that in one of our future videos. Okay, have some open panel discussions about it, because each person will have different synchronicities that are pertaining just to them. I've seen so many different animals, but certain ones just jump out at me on my spiritual journey. Okay. Another thing that you can balance your solar plexus chakra is to break away from old habits, bad habits, and people. Break away from bad habits and people that are, negatively influencing you. And call on your angels. Call on your angels to help you cut the ties with them. Cut ties with anything that isn't serving your highest good, okay? So many times we stay in situations that we know aren't healthy for us because we are afraid to cut ties with people, because we're afraid of what they might think about us or what they will say or do. Most of the time, all those fears that we're having are just not even relevant, because your peace, like I said, is more precious than anything anybody can say or do to you. Most of the time they're just idle threats anyway. Okay, so unless it's like a physical thing that they do, excuse me, or something, extremely dangerous, then you shouldn't worry about what people are going to say after you leave or, decide to break it off with them, because, and that is something I had to heal too from one of my karmic partners. I had to really heal the issues that were in me that were arising because I would have dreams about this person long after I was away from them, because of some of the fears that I had from dealing with this person. And so, yes, it's going to affect you. It was affecting my solar plexus a lot. I was having issues with my digestion. I was having fears. And those are different things that were definitely valid. But those were things that I was creating within my own psyche because I was so, used to having things come about in my life a certain way, whereas I would react to it that way. So, once you release something, once you release it and cut it off for good, that's when you can begin healing from it. Because if you're still allowing that thing to be in your life, or that person to be in your life that's no good for you, then you're going to keep being affected by it and you won't heal from it, okay? That includes family members. If you have to distance yourself, do so. Because sometimes people can not have your best interest at heart. And so they can affect your journey and make you stagnant and make you more, slow down on it. So cut off ties with people that are no longer serving you your highest good, okay? Another thing you can do is eliminate clutter and waste. Let it go. Just let it go. Because, in the end, you're going to be much more happier that you let it go and gave it away. I had so many clothes and things that I don't even wear anymore in my apartment that I just didn't need anymore. And I decluttered, okay? Declutter. Do the spring cleaning. It's spring now, okay? For a lot of us, it's spring. Declutter. Get all that stuff out of your apartment or your house that you don't need anymore. Give it away. Get rid of it. Okay. Do that with things that you know you will not use anymore, and you will feel so much more weightless. Okay. A lot of weight will be lifted off of you. Okay. And also you can, if a subject comes up and if a subject comes up when you're around others, and you want to give your opinion on something, do it. Give your opinion and stick by it no matter what, okay? Because how many times have you done this where you've been in an environment with people who started talking about something or started a conversation, and you knew you had something you wanted to say, or that you had an opinion about something, and that might not be, favorable with everyone else, but you still knew that that was a valid opinion because it's your idea, it's your opinion. You just share it. Share your opinion and then just stick with it. Don't let anybody finagle you or make you feel bad about saying what you said. It's your opinion. You're entitled to have it. So please, when you are in situations like that, these are ways that you can strengthen your self-confidence by giving your opinion on something and sticking by it no matter what other people might say. They might try to tell you, oh, well, that's not right. That's not what everybody else does. Or, so what? Stick with your opinion and just keep it strong. Keep it something that that you're, fighting to continue to value in yourself, because that's what you feel. Okay. The same thing with saying no. Say no just because. Say no to someone just because you can do it. I'm telling you, that'll be the most sweetest feeling you've ever had in a long time. Especially if you're a people pleaser and you say no to someone for the first time. Sweet. So sweet. Because you start breaking out of those patterns, those old patterns of saying yes to everybody. Just say no sometimes, okay? Even if it doesn't need necessarily to say no for something, like maybe you didn't really, it wasn't something so critical, but you still figured that you wanted to just say no. No, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. No, thanks. I'm good. Say I'm good. No, thank you. It's not hard. It is when you first start. Okay. If you're a people pleaser, it is kind of hard. But once you say it the first time, it's so good. It feels so good. And then you'll say it more and more often, okay? So that's why I say no just because, find something small to start out with saying no to, just because, okay? And then build your way up to something more and more serious, okay? That you really do want to say no to, because that's how you build your strength and your confidence up. Okay, start an exercise routine and start an exercise routine, okay? Something works for you. Go outside, do things outside and get more sunshine, because sunshine is a big part of solar plexus healing as well, because a lot of people who are afraid to go outside don't get enough vitamin D, and so that causes them to have more emotional problems such as anxiety and depression. A lot of times if your house is dark and dim, you are more depressed, okay? So these are some of the things that have been proven. Studies have proved that people who don't get enough sunlight are more anxiety-filled and more depressed. So go outside, be in nature, okay? This is why the root chakra comes into play and, helps you out in that area, getting outside. Also, drink teas because a lot of the, like I said, the other things that we put into our bodies are just not good for us, you know. A lot of that coffee is just not good for you. You know, you're drinking it because you'll go through one cup in the morning and then you'll feel drained and you feel like you need another cup at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you're starting to drink it more and more often when you don't need to, okay? Because there's other alternatives besides the coffee. You know, I'm not telling anyone not to enjoy coffee because each person, like I said, is different. Some people might not have the same severe physical results as far as with coffee is concerned. Some people might not crash. They might not have the irritable digestion, but you know, I had that. So I know that eliminating caffeine or eliminating eliminating coffee from my diet helped me. And now I'm drinking teas a lot more, different herbal teas. And most of them don't have caffeine, but I do drink green tea sometimes. And I do drink other teas that might have a little caffeine in them, like black tea or other teas, but for the most part, I'm drinking very little caffeine. Now, the mushroom coffee that I drink, it does have the same amount of caffeine as a half a cup of coffee, so it does have some, but I'm not getting those same effects as the caffeine that coffee would have in it. So these are the other things that we can do. Detox, find what works for you. Detoxing your body, okay, fasting, sauna, colon cleansing. Check out what needs to be checked out on your body, okay? Do it for you. Do it for you, okay? If you need to get a colonoscopy, do that. If you know you need to do something that's serious for your health, do it. So you can make sure you check everything out, because we don't want to have any type of surprises later down the line with different things and illnesses that might come up because you could have avoided it by checking it out sooner. Do things that you know will help you eliminate your waste, you know, from the body. You know, sauna will help with sweating out toxins in your pores. You know, colon cleansing helps get all the junk and the gunk out of your colon. Fasting does too. But you do need to cleanse your colon before you do a fast, or else you're kind of like keeping all that stuff in there, you know, and you're really not fasting because your body's using whatever you've got left in there and it's not eliminating that, okay? So when you really fast, you eliminate all of the things out of your gut before you start, and then you start with your fast, and that helps you with draining out all the toxins from your body, okay? Drinking water, a liquid diet, something like that, where you know that there are certain things that you can do. Now, there's a certain drink that I've started making for myself that consists of pineapple, ginger, turmeric, and lemon juice, and it is actually tastes good to me. But you know, it's a little bit bitter unless you put a little honey in it. But I don't need the honey for me because I can drink it the way it is. But it really does help with you know, inflammation and gut health. Okay, so turmeric, pineapple, fresh. All this is fresh. Turmeric, ginger, pineapple, and lemon, and you boil it and you boil it down. You can even boil it if you clean, you know, wash off the skins of all the fruits that you're using. Scrub them, you know, really good so that you can get all the contaminated dirt off of it, and you know, any pesticide or whatever. And then make sure you know, cut it up into smaller pieces, and then just boil the heck out of it. And then it makes a really great drink for you, like a turmeric flavored, ginger flavored, pineapple, lemon flavored drink. And it really helps with the inflammation and with overall gut health. Okay, so that's something that I learned from someone who my mom told me, who gave her that recipe, who is from Africa. So it was really something I think that they do a lot over there to kind of clear out the you know, the toxins from the body. So that was working, and it helps with mine. So show yourself more love, okay? Buy yourself flowers. I did this last week too. I bought myself flowers. I also went and got my hair did, as y'all can see, and my nails done. So I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And tell yourself, I love you. Tell yourself that every single day when you wake up and before you go to bed. Tell yourself you love you. so that you can know and feel more comfortable and confident in who you are and the fact that you love yourself. And then you'll start to see yourself glow more and more each day. Okay? Have difficult conversations and trust that you will get things off your chest without sounding too harsh or aggressive. Now, sometimes this can be hard for people because they are not used to talking to people. And that was one of the things that, for me, as an introvert, I used to be very, very intimidated by talking to people. And especially if it had to do with anything that was like a serious topic or a difficult conversation. I was never involved with those growing up. And so it became, as I became an adult, it became more critical for me to learn how to talk, because I realized that I was not able to really communicate with people on difficult conversations. And I would always freeze up or stay, in a situation where I was stuck, as far as communicating is concerned. And so I had to get out of that by practicing, by starting to do things like journaling, and also just talking to people that I trust, that I knew that weren't going to judge me. I have a brother that I really do like talking with because, he's non-judgmental, and he won't make me feel, like I'm saying something weird, or, if I decide to share my opinion, do that. Like I said, sharing your opinion with others will help you. So ask your angels to help you express yourself and take back your power, okay? Take back your power, especially from people that you should say no to. That's one of the main things. Like I said, do that, and you'll see how much more confident you feel about yourself. Live in the now. Stop rehashing and dwelling on the past. Okay, the past is gone. You can't do anything about it. You can't change it. So change what you do now that helps you in your daily life, and make sure you understand that you're not there anymore. You're not in that past anymore. Okay? You don't have to feel afraid of things that you went through anymore. You're not that little girl anymore or little boy anymore. Okay, so get over those things by healing from them, talking it out with someone that you trust. Okay, it doesn't go away on its own. It doesn't just go away. You have to deal with it. You have to confront it and deal with it. And that's what shadow work is all about. Okay, practice yoga, meditation, and pray daily. We're almost done here. Okay, do something that you know you're good at and do it often. That helps build self-confidence a lot, right? One of my things I love to do is sing. I love to do it, and people tell me that they like what they hear, so I do it often. I try to sing at least 2 or 3 times a week and post something on my social media. That's why you guys see my shorts. If you like and enjoy the songs that I'm singing, I really appreciate all of your comments and thumbs up about it, and all the things that you do to make me feel good about what I've been putting out there. I really appreciate it, because it's something that I feel like I've been given as a gift, and I want to share it. So if you have something like that about yourself that you smile about every time you say it, okay, if I'm going to be out here doing my thing, then I'm going to be smiling about it, and it's going to cause me joy because I'm sharing it with others. And I love what I do. So do that. Do what makes you smile, and do more of that, okay? Do what you know you're good at, and do more of that, okay? Journal and write down how things make you feel. That will help you with your emotional responses, okay? If you can't have a conversation with someone else, have a conversation with yourself and talk things out, okay? So a lot of times we will, as spiritual people who are awakened on this journey, talk to ourselves, because we're not just talking to ourselves a lot of times, we're talking to our angels, okay? And they're just right there listening. I love little videos that show angels and how they are in our lives, and how they kind of bring it to life. I love videos like that, and I'll put one in the description box of a lady that I remember I just found the other day. She's really good. I think I've also put her other videos in the playlists because I loved them so much. She's so good to listen to. She's so high vibing, and her frequency is up there, and I just can tell that she's a really spiritual and happy woman. And so she made a video of her kind of like going through her day and knowing that she had something to do and the angel was there to help her get through it. Even though, it's not really like that she can see the angel, but the angel was there, in this video. And so helping her when she couldn't find her keys, or if something, little things like that, she had to get somewhere at a certain time and she, needed to be there. It was just so cute. So I'm going to put that link in the description box as well, because she was introducing the idea that our guardian angels are always there with us, guiding us through every single day, our journey. Okay. So when you're talking to yourself, you're not talking to yourself, you're talking to your angels. So learn how to talk to them first. If you're afraid to talk to people, talk to your angels. Okay. Watch helpful YouTube videos from others who have gone through something similar as you. Okay, that has been one of my life-saving things. Okay. Anything that I go through that is just kind of like, what is going on in my life? I will get on YouTube and I will type in da, 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 and I'll find something, and I'll find something interesting, or I'll watch a video from another channeler, someone who's on the channel, who has a channel about twin flames on this journey, and I'll go watch it. Every day I watch at least 2 or 3 videos that are not mine. I watch other people's videos because they're helpful to me, on this journey, because I don't know everything that's going on, So I will always admit that I'm still learning about this journey and what it's all about. So, it is so helpful to find these videos. If I didn't have these, I don't know what I'd be doing, on this journey. I would not be nearly as advanced as I am. I would definitely not have a channel of my own, so that when I list these videos in the description box for you guys, is because they've also helped me in certain ways. The one I just talked about, the Guided by Angels channel, there's other people that have been helping me. Find a reader or a YouTube channel that resonates with you, that is positive, uplifting. Don't watch the negative, talk down about your twin flame, bashing all the time. Don't watch those videos. They're not good. They're not good for your spiritual. They're not good for your spiritual health. Okay, I feel like a lot of people that are doing that are just doing it for the attention, and they're not doing it to help heal twin flames. Okay, so if you don't feel a takeaway from it is not that if you don't take away from it that you're a more powerful being, more you're on your path, and you're able to see that there are things that you can do to improve, and that there are signs and synchronicities for you. If you're not getting that out of your YouTube readings that you're going through and looking for, then just keep scrolling past those, okay? And watch the ones that are helpful to you. Watch the ones that are uplifting. Watch the ones that make you smile. Watch the ones that make you feel better afterwards, even though you might have had a bad day and you might have been missing your twin flame. Watch the videos that are good for you to watch, okay? Not anything that will lower your vibration. And if it lowers your vibration by the way you feel afterward, okay? Okay, we're almost done. Okay, laugh and joke or watch a good comedy. I love that one because I love to laugh. You guys know me. I'm cracking myself up a lot of times. Today is a little more solemn though, because I think I've just kind of been through so much lately, and I'm very humbled and full of gratefulness. I'm just so humbled today, and I feel so good about these videos that I just want to get them out there for you guys, okay? And that's what I think I'm realizing, is that I'm eager to do more. I'm eager to finish this series so that I can see how it's helping others. Be mindful of your needs and do what's best for you always. Don't ever neglect your own needs, okay? Put yourself first all the time. When it comes to knowing how to heal, put yourself first, because you can heal yourself before you can heal anybody. You have to heal yourself before you can heal anybody else. Take deep breaths. Do your breath work. Light candles during your meditation. Set goals and follow through, okay? That is the thing. The key is, if you set a goal, follow through with it, okay? And if you can't do it that day, do it the next day, but follow through. Use oils, different essences that'll help you on your with your overall gut health. You know, I've heard that castor oil is really good. You know, I know people were given that when they were children. Some people had to drink that. You know, I never had to drink it, but I know it's helped with my hair growth, and also I've had, you know, been using castor oil in my hair. And also I just recently saw a video on TikTok where a woman was talking about how all the benefits of castor oil as far as what it does if you rub it on your body in different areas. Like, you know, I'm about to try this because I'm like, really? When she said that it can help with like cysts on your ovaries and help to kind of, it'll penetrate into your skin and go wherever it needs to go to help heal things like your womb, you know, I was like, I'm down, because I got to try that, you know. And I'll let you guys know if I have good results from that. I'm definitely going to tell you about it, because I did, like I did the mushroom coffee. But yeah, there's these castor oil therapeutic patches I guess you can get, or you can get like the organic castor oil and massage it into your body in areas where you might be feeling pain, and it's supposed to go in and help kind of clear cysts, especially cysts and things like, you know, digestive issues and things like that up. So we're gonna see. We're gonna try it. Ask your angels to help you find more ways to understand yourself and your journey. All kind of ways out there, guys, that you can help understand more about yourself, okay? But mostly going within, okay? That's going to be the real way you're going to help you understand your own self, is to go within, okay? Father Mama wanted me to say that. He's like, come talk to me, and let me know, you know, what it is that's on your mind. I love it. I love my meditation with Source, Creator, Father Mama, because I just get so into it. You know, I'm a Pisces, so you guys know I'm a deep sea diver. So I'll go way into my meditation, and I'll be in another whole dimension. I'm telling y'all, I'm out there with things that I see, with the things that I talk about and experience. It's beautiful. And once you have that kind of connection with your spiritual environment, you can go anytime you need to into a state of peaceful solitude and understand who you are. You can tap into all of that wisdom that's out there, you know. Like I told you guys, it's like going into the Akashic Records. You can go into your own spiritual essence and see just exactly how beautiful you are in your spiritual world, okay? You can see all the things that you need to do to heal your body. You can actually go out of your body. You can actually project into another whole realm and figure out what it is that you need to do to improve your health, okay? So there's so many ways. I mean, you got to practice these things in order to get good at it. But you can definitely affect your own life, and especially your spiritual journey, so much. And this is how you tap into your spiritual gifts, okay? So if you can't, you know, learn how to focus on meditating for your own health, then you won't be able to tap into your spiritual gifts either, because that's how you get to them, okay? As you heal, they're becoming more aware of what they are, or you'll become more aware of what they are, okay? And the last one is to watch empowering videos by people who can motivate you. All right, you guys, that is it. This one was a little bit long, okay? So, but I just wanted you guys to know there's so many different ways to heal the solar plexus chakra. I feel like, you know, we now know what it is. And, you know, so many of us have these types of issues with our gut health and with our, you know, breathing and diaphragm and with our, you know, just overall health. But mostly when we're dealing with these gut health problems, it affects everything. I mean, the gut health affects your skin. It affects your breath, because you can have some bad breath if you're not careful, if you're not watching your gut health. So I want you guys to really understand there's ways to diagnose yourself as far as whether or not you have these issues. You know, whether you're having irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, and diarrhea or whatnot. You know whether you're not, you know, eliminating your waste in a timely manner. You know when you're not being confident. You know all these things. As a spiritual being, you're privy to all that information, because your angels are going to show you in the most kind of unusual ways the things that you need to know about yourself. And they're going to point it out to you. They're going to either somebody's going to say something to you, or you're going to watch it, have like a commercial come on. Like I said, you're going to get the signs, and then if you choose to ignore them, then you're going to continue to have the problems that you're having with your health and your gut health especially. So watch for the signs, adhere to them, embrace them, and start doing what you need to do to take care of all of your chakras. And you'll start to see the differences in your overall, the way you look, the way you feel, your confidence, your ability to motivate yourself, and having the passion to do what you need to do on this journey. Okay? You're always going to feel, better about yourself the more you can overcome these obstacles that we have. We all have them. Okay? There's not one of us as a twin flame who is completely free and void of all these different ailments. Okay, so there's that wouldn't even be a twin flame. It wouldn't be a light worker if they had no ailments. Okay, you wouldn't even exist. So we know we have things to work on, so let's go and work on it together. And thank you so much again for joining me. I love you guys so much. I hope you're doing well on your journeys, and I just pray that everything goes great for you in this following week. Some of us are celebrating, Easter this weekend, and tomorrow's Good Friday. So I just want to say I love you guys. I hope if you're spending time with family, that you feel at peace. I hope that you're able to feel more confident, that you're able to say no to things that you don't want to do if you don't want to do them. I pray that you guys will have an abundant filled weekend. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Good night. See you next time.